Third down and 10. Stroud is going to be sacked by Tonga.
Man, this Texans offense has sucked today. I don't envy this man right here one bit. DeMeco Ryans is one heck of a defensive mastermind, and the defense has been dominant and elite all season, even in this game. But when you've got a quarterback who shoots himself in the foot on every single play, it's tough to win too many games, especially in an environment like this one in New England. Now, it's 4th and a mile. You have to go for it here. It sucks because I don't think he got the first down. I don't have any faith in CJ Stroud to do anything right now, but you only have one timeout left and 4 minutes to go. This is the ball game. If you give it back to the Patriots, the game is over. You have to dial up something, anything here, to get 18 yards, keep the drive alive, and keep whatever chance you have at winning this one alive. Whatever you've got in your playbook, whether it's a hook and ladder or a clever route concept, this is the time to do it. So, come on, Texans. Season's on the line. Let's see what you got.
And they only have one timeout. Good punt.
Or not. Welcome to Dumb Decisions. Before I break down what happened here, this whole series is about taking an in-depth look at decisions made during games that were clearly awful from the start. This isn't something to look bad in hindsight. Rather, this is something to look awful almost immediately. These are moves where your gut instinct tells you right away that there is no way this can possibly work. And sure enough, your gut instinct was smarter than that of an NFL head coach. And for this one, we're taking a look at mine of Houston Texans head coach, DeMeco Ryans. This isn't the first time in the divisional round that DeMeco's brain went to mush with some atrocious coaching. The Texans lost to the Chiefs last year because Ryans had no idea what he was doing. And you can learn more about that by clicking the card in the upper right corner. And Ryans is obviously a good coach. The defense has been elite under his watch, and in 3 seasons, not only has he made it to the playoffs all 3 times, but he's made it to the divisional round all 3 times, which is no easy feat. But the Texans, not just under Ryans, but under every single coach they've ever had, seem to peak at the divisional round, and that's it. They're the only team to never make it to a conference championship. And with coaching decisions like this in big moments, it's not hard to see why. So with that being said, let's take a look at why punting the ball away with one timeout left and 4:16 to go in the game, down by 12 points, is a really bad idea. But before I do that, I should note that I live stream all the games on my channel. So I was live when DeMeco Ryans decided to punt the ball away in this spot. I was flabbergasted, as was just about everyone else, because this seemed like a waving the white flag moment, even though it was very clearly not, seeing as the Texans were only down by 2 scores in a playoff game. Take a look at my real-time reaction, just so you can see that this isn't hindsight bias or me playing Monday morning quarterback, and just so you can see that this was objectively stupid at the time it happened, which everyone seemed to realize except for DeMeco Ryans himself.
4th and 19. Are they punting? You can't punt. You're not going to get the ball back. You can't punt the ball. You only have one timeout. You can't punt it here. Get out of your mind to punt. You can't punt. You can't punt the ball. You're not going to get it back. You only have one timeout. You can't get it back. Yeah, that's a dumb decision. That is 100% a dumb decision. That's not waving the white flag. That's just... Like, waving the white flag was the Niners Seahawks game. You're just writing the ball down 41-6 with 2 minutes to go. That's waving the white flag. I have no problem with that. Down by 12. You only have one. If you had 3 timeouts, that's one thing. If you had 3 timeouts, okay, I can live with it. Not crazy about, but I can live with it. 1 timeout, you can't punt there. You just can't. Because now you need an onside kick.
I'm not dumb. The odds of converting a 4th and 18 are really slim, especially with the way CJ Stroud have been playing all season, but especially today, where every pass seemed to have a 50% chance at being thrown directly to the other team. The odds are not high that you convert, especially at your own 21-yard line. If you had all your timeouts, I get the decision to punt. If you were down by 1 score, I get the decision to punt. But that's not the reality of the situation. The reality is that you're down by 2 scores with 1 timeout. Football is a game of possessions, and if you punt it away, you need to get 2 more possessions to be able to come back and win the ball game. So let's say you punt it away here and you force a 3 and out. The Patriots get it back with 4:03 to go. Hypothetically, each play for the Patriots takes 5 seconds off the clock. So that's 15 seconds that come off from the play itself. They run it all 3 times because they know that they just need to keep the clock moving. You call a timeout after one of those plays, but on the other 2, because you don't have any timeouts, the Patriots just let all 40 seconds come off of the play clock. If you're doing the math on this, that's 95 seconds that come off of the clock. The Patriots then punt it away, and if the punt takes 10 seconds, you're getting it back with roughly 2:20 to go in your own territory with no timeouts available at your disposal. And this means that even if you score a touchdown, you now need to recover an onside kick, which has been converted this season roughly 5% of the time. It is next to impossible. If you don't score and then get the onside kick, the Patriots can just take a knee because you're not scoring before the 2-minute warning and you have no timeouts to be able to stop the clock. So just to recap where we are, if you punt the ball away, you need to force a 3 and out, drive 75 yards, get an onside kick, and then drive another 70 yards. That is the literal best case scenario. Of course, you could always not get the 3 and out, or not score, or not recover the onside kick, which never works anyway. Your odds of winning the game by punting the ball here are basically 0, because there is no conceivable universe where you're going to get 2 extra possessions and 2 extra chances to touch the ball. However, let's say you go for it on 4th and 18. The odds are by no means good that you convert, but if you do convert, you can score on the drive, keep your timeout, potentially score before the 2-minute warning, not necessarily have to rely on an onside kick, and only need 1 more possession to take the lead. No one is saying that if the Texans go for it on 4th and 18, that they win the game. In fact, the odds of winning the game at this point are close to 0 with the way the offense has been playing. But you know what the odds aren't? Exactly 0%, as in what the odds are if you punt it away. If football is a game of possessions, and you are giving up a possession when you are pressed for time, and you have no realistic chance at making up that ground if you give up that possession, then you need to reevaluate everything, because something like that just doesn't make sense. And again, if you had all your timeouts, I'm not entirely opposed to punting it here. Not saying I do it, but I get it. You can get the ball back within 30 seconds and reset if you get the 3 and out. But not here. Not with the Patriots, no matter what you do, can take half the time off of an already dwindling clock. I'll give you a hypothetical example to show you how dumb this was. Let's say you're golfing and it's match play, and you're on the final hole, which is a drivable par 4. You're down by 2 strokes. Your opponent, his first shot, it's a beauty, and it lands within 10 feet of the hole. He's on the green after 1, and you decide to lay up. This is like busting out the 6 iron and just deciding to lay up and try to reach the green in 2 instead of going for it in 1. Are your odds good of winning if you use the driver and try to drive the green? No. It's a tough shot, and your opponent is close to the hole as it is. But if you lay up, even if you have the perfect approach shot afterwards and 1 putt for birdie, because you're down by 2 strokes, there is no way you're winning, because your opponent isn't going to 4-putt from 10 feet out. You need every opportunity you can to take a chance and get back in this thing, and you don't take advantage of it. You're conceding. And that's what DeMeco Ryans did here. And this is what Ryans had to say after the game about this decision. Take a listen.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I make decisions there in the game for us to get the ball back on get the ball to our defense and see if we can make a play.
What gets me here, though, is that the logic is so contradictory. My head is in knots and feels like a pretzel trying to figure out why you'd punt it away. You're punting it away because you don't trust your offense to get 18 yards on one play. Yet, you trust them to drive 140 yards in just over 2 minutes with no timeouts? You're punting it away because you don't have any faith in CJ Stroud. Yet, you have faith in him to lead 2 drives down the field with no time left, all while you have a competent backup quarterback on the bench? You're punting it away because you think that this gives you the best chance to win, which means you think your best chance to win is to recover an onside kick, as in a play that works once in a blue moon? You think that you have a better chance of recovering an onside kick than converting an 18-yard play or even drawing a penalty for an automatic first down? Was Ryans not thinking ahead at all? I don't care how bad your offense is. I trust my offense to get 18 yards on one play or an automatic first down by a defensive penalty more than I trust my team to recover an onside kick. And everyone seemed to realize that, except for the man in charge of the entire operation. It's why the Texans have continued to plateau at the divisional round every single season. DeMeco Ryans is a good coach and knows how to run a defense, but man, can his brain turn to mush at the worst possible times. We saw it in the Seahawks game earlier in the season on Monday Night Football, which you can learn more about by clicking the card in the upper right corner. And we saw it here at the worst possible time. So what did we learn from all of this? If you have 2 options, and one option means you have to recover an onside kick, while the other option means you have a chance to bypass that, then take the second option. Don't take the option that has a low percentage play that can easily be avoided if you play your cards right. If you're down by 2 possessions, and you likely will not be able to get 2 more possessions because of your timeout situation and the time available at your disposal, then don't sacrifice a possession if you don't have to. If you need to keep the ball in order to win, then don't give away the ball if you don't have to. And if you're punting down by 2 scores with 1 timeout left and 4 minutes to go, odds are, whether you realized it or not, you just waved the white flag and you ended your season in the process. Because when all these elements are in play, you can't exactly be surprised when this play backfires. Talk about a dumb decision. Check out our live streaming schedule for the next few days. We're live every single day on this channel, whether we're covering a sporting event or playing GeoGuessr or just taking your requests. So make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single time that we go live and so that you can join this community. Also, thanks to all our members and our Patreon supporters who get exclusive perks like their name of the end of each video, members-only Q&A streams, and cool emojis to use on videos and during streams. See how you can join this community and become a member or a Patreon member by clicking the link in the description below.